nation. No going back. What do we want? Yoruba nation. Yoruba nation. No going back. Yoruba nation. No going back. Nigeria is a star. Yoruba nation. No going back. 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 What do we want? Yoruba nation. Yoruba nation. No going back. Yoruba nation. No going back. Nigeria is a star. Yoruba nation. No going back. 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 What do we want? Yoruba nation. Yoruba nation. No going back. Yoruba nation. No going back. Nigeria is a star. Yoruba nation. No going back. Yoruba nation. No going back. Yoruba nation. No going back. What do we want? Yoruba nation. Yoruba nation. No going back. Yoruba nation. No going back. Nigeria is a star. Yoruba nation. No going back. 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 What do we want? Yoruba nation. Yoruba nation. No going back. Yoruba nation. No going back. Nigeria is a star. Yoruba nation. No going back. 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 What do we want? Yoruba nation. Yoruba nation. No going back. Yoruba nation. No going back. Nigeria is a star. Yoruba nation. No going back. 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 What do we want? Yoruba nation. Yoruba nation. No going back. Yoruba nation. No going back. Nigeria is a star. Yoruba nation. No going back. 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 What do we want? Yoruba nation. Yoruba nation. No going back. Yoruba nation. No going back. Nigeria is a star. Yoruba nation. No going back. 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 What do we want? Yoruba nation. Yoruba nation. No going back. Yoruba nation. No going back. Nigeria is a star. Yoruba nation. No going back. Yoruba nation. No going back. Yoruba nation. No going back.
Koiki Media, we're bringing the world closer to your doorstep.
Koiki Media, Koiki Media, Koiki Media, we bringing the world closer to your doorstep.
Koiki Media, Koiki Media, Koiki Media, we bringing the world closer to your doorstep.
Àwọn sálára àgbà yìí dá, àwa ló láṣà àti èdè. Gbígbéde lárugẹ nílẹ̀ Oòduà o, àwa gangan ni bàbá.
Koiki Media, Koiki Media, Koiki Media, we bringing the world closer to your doorstep.
They never sabi wetin we carry for her.
But they move closer before they go sabi.
I said they never know wetin we carry for body.
But they move closer before they go sabi.
Ọ̀kín lọ lọ́jà ẹyẹ, kìnìún ló ló lajú.
Ẹyẹ tó dorí kodò bí àdán, ọgbẹ́jẹ lẹ́nu.
Ká ṣiṣẹ́ fún ilẹ̀ bàbá wa, ká ṣiṣẹ́ fún ìlú bàbá wa, ká jùmọ̀ sowọ́pọ̀ ká lè gbódùdúwà ga.
Odùduwà kò bá lè gbé wa.
Ọmọ Odùduwà ṣe gírí, ẹ dìde fún ẹ̀tọ́ adúláwọ̀ ká lè jọ jùmọ̀ gbé délẹ̀ ìlérí ká wálé gba ògo ilẹ̀ wa ká ṣiṣẹ́ ká lè jọ gbàdé ká lè gbàdé adé adúláwọ̀ àwa ní ìmọ̀lẹ̀ tí yóò tàn káàkiri.
ọmọ Odùduwà ni wá.
Koiki Media àwa là ń gbé tó lárugẹ.
ètò tó pọ̀jù owó tiwa mọ́ ni.
kásá ẹgbẹ́ polówó ọjà wà kájé bùgbà yín jẹ.
ètò tó pọ̀jù owó tiwa mọ́ ni.
à ń gbé tó lárugẹ à ń gbàsà lárugẹ.
ètò tó pọ̀jù owó tiwa mọ́ ni.
news and sports ẹ máa rí gbọ́.
ètò tó pọ̀jù owó tiwa mọ́ ni.
ọmọ Ìjẹ̀bú alárẹ̀ mi ló ní kí n máa ké tantan. Koiki Media ọ̀rọ̀ lágbájúmọ̀ mi o máa bá ṣẹ̀rẹ̀ lọ o. ọmọ Yorùbá nìyẹn ọmọ Yorùbá tata o. à ń gbádùn rẹ ọmọ Ìjẹ̀bú alárẹ̀ mi ṣẹ́yìn ló máa fi dìbò tẹ̀ mọ́lẹ̀ o. ẹ̀yin lọ́mọ onígbò máa ń dé máa dé ẹ̀yin lọ́mọ onígbò máa wọ̀ o. igbó máa wọ̀ gbàjòjì ò gbọ́dọ̀ wọ àjòjì tó bá wọ bẹ́ẹ̀ á bẹ̀rẹ̀ ní ẹbọra. ẹ̀yin lọ́ máa náwó kóyìnbó tó dé ìgbà tó yìnbó dé o owó náà dẹ́ tún pọ̀ sí o. Koiki Media ṣàwa ní bàbá. Koiki Media àwọn ní bàbá.
Koiki Media àwọn ní bàbá.
Àdáńtọ́ àtúnpèrègèdè.
Koiki Media àwọn ní bàbá.
àwa là ń gbé tò lárugẹ jẹ́ ká jọ gbọ́ o.
Koiki Media àwọn ní bàbá.
àtúnjà fẹ́tọ̀ ilẹ̀ wa fẹ́tọ̀ ilẹ̀ Yorùbá.
Koiki Media àwọn ní bàbá.
ọmọ Oòduà ni wá o tọkàntọkàn.
Koiki Media àwọn ní bàbá.
ikú tó ṣe bí lébi òsì àdìmú bàbá iyọ̀.
Koiki Media àwọn ní bàbá.
we bring you work closer to your doorstep.
Koiki Media àwọn ní bàbá.
afẹ́fẹ́ tó ń fẹ́ òòdùn kan kí oko lára ni.
Koiki Media àwọn ní bàbá.
àpèrègèdè Olódùmarè ló fún wa ṣe.
Koiki Media àwọn ní bàbá.
gbogbo ayé ẹ gbọ́ àwa ní bàbá o.
Koiki Media àwọn ní bàbá.
ẹ máa bọ̀ wá ẹ gbé polówó ọjà yín wá o.
Koiki Media àwọn ní bàbá.
Odùduwà lágbèdá ní òtítọ́ lágbèdá ní.
Koiki Media àwọn ní bàbá.
a kì í sọ̀dálẹ̀ a kì í sóní kẹta.
Koiki Media àwọn ní bàbá.
a dúró tán a tún pèrègèdè.
Koiki Media àwọn ní bàbá.
Koiki Media we bring you work closer to your doorstep.
àwọn ní bàbá.
Koiki Media is around.
To give us latest.
Is around o.
Give us latest.
Ladies and gentlemen,
ẹ mú kalẹ̀ sílẹ̀ ẹ tẹ́tí ẹ gbọ́ ètò tó bójú gbogbo.
ladies and gentlemen,
ẹ mú kalẹ̀ sílẹ̀ ẹ tẹ́tí ẹ gbọ́ ètò tó bójú gbogbo.
Koiki Media is around.
To give us latest.
Koiki Media.
Koiki Media, we're bringing the world closer to your doorstep.
Nigeria is a star. Yoruba nation. No going back. 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 What do we want? Yoruba nation. Yoruba nation. No going back. Yoruba nation. No going back. Nigeria is a star. Yoruba nation. No going back. 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 What do we want? Yoruba nation. Yoruba nation. No going back. Yoruba nation. No going back. Nigeria is a star. Yoruba nation. No going back. 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 What do we want? Yoruba nation. nation. No going back. Yoruba nation. No going back. What do we want? Yoruba nation. Yoruba nation. No going back. Yoruba nation. No going back. Nigeria is a star. Yoruba nation. No going back. 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 What do we want? Yoruba nation. Yoruba nation. No going back. Yoruba nation. No going back. Nigeria is a star. Yoruba nation. No going back. 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 What do we want? Yoruba nation. Yoruba nation. No going back. Yoruba nation. No going back. Nigeria is a star. Yoruba nation. No going back. 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 What do we want? Yoruba nation. Yoruba nation. No going back. Yoruba nation. No going back. Nigeria is a star. Yoruba nation. No going back. 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 What do we want? Yoruba nation.
There is no land called Nigeria. There is no language called Nigeria. There are no people called Nigerians. We are only deceiving ourselves.
We are not Nigerian.
Okay, where is Nigeria where is the land called Nigeria? What is the Nigerian language? We are nations that had been forced together to live in one pathetic country. So anybody who goes there today to say pray for Nigeria, that person is just deceiving himself, because the people who want to be that Nigeria had not sat down to agree if they want to be Nigeria. There is no land called Nigeria. There is no language called Nigeria. There are no people called Nigerians. We are only deceiving ourselves.
We are not Nigerian.
Okay, where is Nigeria where is the land called Nigeria? What is the Nigerian language? We are nations that had been forced together to live in one pathetic country. So anybody who goes there today to say pray for Nigeria, that person is just deceiving himself, because the people who want to be that Nigeria had not sat down to agree if they want to be Nigeria.
And it's another beautiful morning. I say good morning and welcome to our live transmission. That woman, she's so creative. She produced, I think I should put it this way so that it doesn't, I think it should be just behind me right there. I think it's better that way. Okay, gbogbo alẹ́ nǹkan sí pé káàárọ̀ àdẹ̀kú ìdájí àkó the Nigerian propaganda that think that we are still living in that dark era. Ó ti gbàgbé pé we have to control the narrative to free ourselves from the shackles and the demons of Intonpe in Nigeria. This broadcast might be more in Yoruba. Mo kí gbogbo wa lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí i pé a tún káàbọ̀ sórí ìkànnì wa. Mo kí wa ní kíkí ọlá, kíkí ọlà. Mo kí wa pé ẹ káàárọ̀ ní gbogbo ibi tẹ́ ti ń gbọ́ wa. Orúkọ mi ni Ọláyọmí Koiki, tí ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ mọ̀ sí Koiki Media. Tó bá gbọ́ Koiki Media, tó jágbẹnusọ gbowó, ó lè mú confam. Tó bá ti gbọ́ World Media, ó lè mú confam. Tó bá ti gbọ́ Àròlé 1010, ó lè mú confam. Tó bá ti gbọ́ Mass B, ó lè mú confam. Ọmọ Abíọ́dún Grace, Alájà Ẹlẹ́hà, Yorùbá Wuyì, Ọmọ Lúkà, Bàbá Èkìtì. Ó gbọ́ àwa olóńgbọ́ àwọn Jagbajantis Media. Ó yẹ kó máa high blood pressure fún ẹ. Àwa ló máa gbọ́. Àwa ta ni confam lọ́wọ́ nínú Yorùbá Nation. Tó bá lọ ń dúró fẹ́ gbọ́ lórí Arise News, ó tán rẹ̀. Ó fẹ́ gbọ́ lórí NTA. Ṣé wọ́n mọ̀ látijọ́ tí wọ́n tọ́ ti bí ìwọ mọ̀ pé propaganda ní NTA. Ṣé àṣẹ máa sọ yẹn fún wọn? Mo kí ẹ ọmọ Bọ́lájí. Èyí sì ń gbádùn Manchester láwà. Látijọ́ tó ti bí ìwọ. Ṣé wọ́n mọ̀ pé propaganda ní NTA? Ṣé wọ́n mọ̀ pé propaganda ní? Ṣé voice mi jáde dáadáa? Because I'm far away from the laptop. Laptop ni wọ́n jẹ́ ká rí lò dáadáa níjọ́ dínà, but it's okay. It's one of those things. So mo kí gbogbo alẹ́ nǹkan sí pé mo kí wa ní kíkí ọlá. Mo rántí mú big flag mi jáde àti kó gbogbo ẹ̀ padà sílé. I think we can put this one nǹkan tó sẹ́yìn mi. Ìyẹn ló ń bí wọn ná. Ẹgbẹ́ ń báyàwó mi sọ̀rọ̀. Àwọn bá ti kúrò nílé láti bí ọ̀sẹ̀ kan mú bọ̀. Hello, Seun.
There is no land called Nigeria. There is no language called Nigeria. There are no people called Nigerians. We are only deceiving ourselves.
We are not Nigerian.
Okay, where is Nigeria where is the land called Nigeria? What is the Nigerian language? We are nations that had been forced together to live in one pathetic country. So anybody who goes there today to say pray for Nigeria, that person is just deceiving himself, because the people who want to be that Nigeria had not sat down to agree if they want to be Nigeria. There is no land called Nigeria. There is no language called Nigeria. There are no people called Nigerians. We are only deceiving ourselves.
We are not Nigerian.
Okay, where is Nigeria where is the land called Nigeria? What is the Nigerian language? We are nations that had been forced together to live in one pathetic country. So anybody who goes there today to say pray for Nigeria, that person is just deceiving himself, because the people who want to be that Nigeria had not sat down to agree if they want to be Nigeria. There is no land called Nigeria. There is no language called Nigeria. There are no people called Nigerians. We are only deceiving ourselves.
We are not Nigerian.
Okay, where is Nigeria where is the land called Nigeria? What is the Nigerian language? We are nations that had been forced together to live in one pathetic country. So anybody who goes there today to say pray for Nigeria, that person is just deceiving himself, because the people who want to be that Nigeria had not sat down to agree if they want to be Nigeria.
It's good to live in a country that loves children. Bí àwọn obìnrin sì pé ṣáwọn ọmọ ti dé school. Ó ní kí ni? Wọ́n láti wọ school o. Kódà wọ́n ti lọ fún breakfast. Ló ṣe ìwọ tó ń dọ́gbọ́n lẹ́mẹ̀wàá. Ṣé báwọn ọmọ tí náà ṣe ń lọ sí school nìyẹn, àbí wọ́n kọ̀ jókòó sílé wọ́n lọ ń ta gbogbo tí wọ́n ń tẹ̀pà? Ṣáwọn ọmọ tí náà ti lọ sí school nílẹ̀ Yorùbá ní South West? How many children have gone to school this morning? And how many are sitting at home because they can't pay the school fees? Nigeria with propaganda. Akintoye ló pè mí lẹ́ẹ̀kan tí mo sáré dìde. Àgbàlagbà. I thought he was sleeping. Báyìí á kọ́ máa tètè jí ni. Separate Yoruba nation from Nigeria. No restructuring. When the banner on very structured, they know only. I give only. Okay, Bishop Additional. Okay, our grace, Oluwole. Okay, we go Yoruba. Nigerian government ti ń gbé propaganda oríṣiríṣi àyàwó ń jà. Wọ́n béèrè pé kí ni Ìgbòho gbé lọ. Wọ́n ti gbàgbé pé Ìgbòho rẹpísẹ́ǹtì Bàbá Akíntóyè ni. Bàbá Akíntóyè dẹ̀ rẹpísẹ́ǹtì gbogbo ọmọ Yorùbá. Gbogbo ọmọ Yorùbá ló gbé lẹ́tà lọ sí Downing Street. Gbogbo ọmọ Yorùbá ló gbé lẹ́tà lọ sí Downing Street. Kò ní bàjẹ́ fún ẹ láíláí Bishop Adesina. Èèyàn ti gbowó ṣá. Ẹ bá gbọ́ lé ṣá bọ̀ tẹ́jọ́. Mo gbádùn Manchester lọ́wọ́. Mo ti lọ wojú window. Gbogbo ẹ̀ dán ó ń dán mọ́nàmọ́ná ni. Mọ́nàmọ́ná ni. The line is open as usual. Mo kí gbogbo wa. Mo kí Arẹwà sister mi. Ó ti send owó tiẹ̀ monthly contribution ẹ̀. Ó ti fi receipt ránṣẹ́ sí mi. Kò ní bàjẹ́ fún ẹ. Ibi tó ti ń mu kò ní tán níbẹ̀ láíláí. We love you so much. You're a very beautiful sister. Like I always say, àwọn ọ̀bọ̀mọ Yorùbá kankan jà. A kò ní ká jọ bẹ́ra wa sọ̀rọ̀. Ẹ tẹ̀ wá bá wa sọ̀rọ̀. Why do you want to keep Nigeria as a Yoruba man? Kúnlé Ṣítà, ẹ̀gbọ́n mi dáadáa, my great uncle. Why does it keep Nigeria? The line is open. Let's engage. Ẹ mọ̀ pé mi ò mọ̀ kankan. Mo kẹ́hìn tẹ́ wà lórí Instagram. No, we don't want Yoruba nation. No. We don't know whether it's Tinubu that will be. Tinubu, I said Tinubu is very sick. Let's pray for him so that he survive his illness. Àmọ́ bí ó ti poison ẹni, I don't know. Àmọ́ táwọn Fúlàní ti ṣe fún. But we told him, ó lọ ń bá Fúlàní Sultan of Sokoto Tayo. Ẹ ṣé gan ni, bàbá mi Kúnlé Ṣítà. So the line is open. Abára ẹ tó fẹ́ bá mi sọ̀rọ̀. And I will just monitor the comment as well. So ẹ jẹ́ kí n lọ báyìí. Mo kí Professor Adebanji Akintoye, the leader of the Yoruba Self-Determination Campaign. Mo ti tán internet mi má bínú. Because if I don't switch it off, sometimes when you're deep sleep, that little call comes through, it will disturb you and you won't be able to sleep. But when you're Koiki, make sure you have enough rest. So I think I'm getting back after this time last week, we were still pushing the last couple of minutes and hours before the dinner. Ẹ káàárọ̀, Mr. Najimu, ẹ káàárọ̀ sir. Mo kí gbogbo èèyàn wa. Pella, 1498. I'm sure some of you will be like, Koiki, I feel like being in your shoe. Look, I need many of you to be in my shoe so that we can promote this self-determination. Let us even agree that we didn't know before. Let us, for argument's sake. Mokiyami Grace Oluwole. I don't know why this comment is not coming on this TV. My Kentos Laro you. Remember comment. Okay, one day. Apparently, picture Baba mi olóyè Bolo. Mo dey like ibi tí mo gbé picture yẹn sí. Gbowó ṣá. Níwájú number 10 Downing Street. History ò ní gbàgbé láíláí. Ẹ ṣé gan ni Mr. Pella. Wọ́n ní caring for a man who don't give a shit. Ẹ má yẹ ká ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀. Ẹ mọ̀ pé Yorùbá ni wá. That's Mr. Pella ṣe Koiki fi Tinubu sílẹ̀. Ẹlòmíà ní tó bá fẹ́ kú kó kú dànù. Ẹ má yẹ kí mi sọ yẹn. Ẹ má yẹ ká sọ bẹ́ẹ̀. Mr. Daudu Mokin Sanusi Bomb Bastard. Emir. Mr. Perry. Mokin tell our lórí Twitter. Alex Mamu Onige. Maybe summer next year I will build my own as well. I love all the Biafra, but please, like I always say, let us respect the Yorubas. We are not one family, but we can work and manage together. Moki, Kamani, Arewani Monkey, Koiki, I just saw a receipt this morning. She sent a receipt for the payment. Mr. Adeyemi Positive. Good morning. You are into logistic hotel reservation. Do you know that we can make millions of Yoruba currency if we are in a country that works? Hotel, I worked for more than, about 15 years precisely. The Mofishishel Hotel. I did kitchen porter. I did cleaning. Did a wine waiter, butler, silver service, name it, banqueting. It's a big industry that makes a lot of money. Alex Mamu. Mr. Dekunle Idris, good morning. Adam Zalamilokan, good morning. So imagine if Ekiti State, where there is a lot of tourist attraction in a Yoruba country, because you won't get it in Nigeria. Imagine this, my brother Adeyemi Positi. Business to poor. Because I will be promoting you for people to come to Ekiti State. But I can't promote any Oyinbo people to go to Ekiti State because there is danger there. Mo keep about me, Mr. Lanre Lamina. Barcelona and Igboho is Manchester. Me, I know they support any football because I don't even know about football. Igboho was at the Manchester Stadium. You know, we're still pushing most of the pictures out for you all to see. Please share those programs, share the image. Kí ló dé tó ṣe fẹ́ pa Igboho? Let's even ask that question. What is the offense of Sunday Igboho, my principal? Do you know? Give me a call, +44 74 04 405 917. The propaganda stage of the Nigeria government, and I'm not talking about Tinubu's government, from when they started Nigeria, we've been able to rewrite that now. How many of you remember the time they will always not allow us to hear what they are saying. They will put a voiceover on it. How many of you remember those days? They will just say NTA, Pope was in Nigeria, but they don't let us hear what Pope is saying. They will mute Pope and they will do their own voiceover. Where is Abacha today? Put it low. There. Chelsea lẹ́yìn ọmọ Bọ́lájí Man U ní Igboho. Àwa dẹ̀ ń support Igboho, so Man U náà la máa support. My mom is a Man U fan as well. Mo kí gbogbo alẹ́ nǹkan sí. We can make a lot of money from sport. Why are we fighting to have our nation? How many people knows that? If somebody asks you, Koiki is asking for a Yoruba country, but not a Nigeria country. But if somebody asks you this morning, why are you fighting for Yoruba country and not Nigeria? The line is open. Let's hear from you. I just spoke to my wife while I was muted. I want to have on Instagram, let my boy bit of it. Money, child mommy today school. Only at 8 o'clock because God of get breakfast. If your children are going to eat breakfast, you got to get them to school before 8 o'clock in the morning, so that they will put them into the breakfast club in the morning. The future, just raising good morning. Our problem is far bigger than Tinubu and his government. Imagine IMF saying Nigeria is on the way up, but it will take 15 years after our people don't celebrate Okonja Iweala. Trust IMF at your own. Trust the World Bank. Imagine Yoruba land. I was listening to I was reading a post by Ifada Milari, brother Midada. China, Elebo, India, Elebo, 4th and 5th economy in the world. Nigeria, a country that the economy continues to depreciate on a daily basis. Mr. Michael Adejun Amokinsa, Mr. Bamideleni, we can make a lot of money in the sport. There was a boxer on the day of the rally, who not in Hasi UK, imagine a Yoruba man that boxed, not the one in Japan here, is another one that is very good. He met me on Oxford Circus a couple of weeks before the rally. And he promised that rally here. But some people don't want them to know, they don't want people to know that they are also part of Yoruba people that are asking for Yoruba nation. We understand. Some of you need to be quiet because of the nature of your job, while some of you cannot be bothered. Imagine somebody was telling me yesterday that he don't come for Yoruba nation. I'm a Yoruba. Unbelievable. You think it's for me? It's not for me. Yoruba nation. And now I'm at the school. The Yoruba people are better off as an independent country. But problem to understand we will be hearing from learned Yoruba people disagree. Say no, Let us try and fix Nigeria. You want to fix a 200 million population that nobody even recognize you as a citizen of that country. Do you know what that means? Well, recognizing as a citizen. Ẹ bá mi probably share button. Mo fẹ́ máa ka comment ní àwọn platforms wa tó kù because I can only see the YouTube, but I want to read more comments from the other platforms as well. Mo kí wa ní kíkí ọlá. Mo kí wa pé ìgbésẹ̀ tá à ń gbé láti ọdún mẹ́rin àti tó ti ń gbé bọ̀ before today, it will come to become reality. Some people might say, come and shut up. Which country are you asking for? Especially the Igbos. Àwọn Igbo kan wà, ara máa ń ta wọ́n. Àmọ́ tá a ṣe fún wọn. Ara máa ń ta wọ́n gan. Fẹ́mi Adéyẹmí brother mi mo kí ẹ. Simon Adébísí ẹ̀gbọ́n mi mo kí yín. Mo ṣe ráwọn comment ní bíbá. Ìyàwó Táíwò Kíkẹ́, wọ́n ló loud and clear. Bàbá wa Adéwùnmí Adénípẹ̀kun. Ṣakiru Amani Koiki ọlọ́gbọ́n. Ó ti bá grandma gbé for more than 3 years kó tó sá lọ sí London. Mo sá lọ ní o. I did not come to play here. I ran out of Nigeria ní o in 1998. I left secondary school in 1995. Ade Super mo kí ẹ brother mi. If you want to call, the line is open. And I have it on a WhatsApp and a direct call. Studio number ló wà nísàlẹ̀. A lè ní kẹ́ fún wa lówó torí mo pariwo títí lánàá ẹ fún mi lówó náà kí mo ṣẹ̀yìn ni. That is my OPay account there on the screen. Ẹ fún wa lówó náà kárí lówó lò. Tẹ́wẹ́ kí n wà ní Manchester kí n má rówó lò ní. So ẹ support wa. Ẹ ń support àwọn brand tó kù náà. Ẹ support brand tiwa náà. So that is me there with my account number. Bẹ́ẹ̀ bá mi pè wọlé kájọ gbé ọ̀rọ̀ yẹn yẹ̀ wò. Why do we want a Yoruba out of Nigeria? Is it because we hate the Igbos? Is it because we hate the Hausas? Is it because we just don't want to be part of them? Kílẹ̀ tó bá bí ẹ̀yin pé kí ni reason why we don't want to be part of Nigeria? I know the British government will not tell you that, but Koiki Media is telling you. 3 years I was living with my grandmother in Adenijadele, phase 2, Jakonde Estate, before I ran out of Nigeria. I did not even have the privilege to do my university in Nigeria. My mom said, university, why should university in London? UK is a country. Muki Alaja Ajawo Shakira. Salamu alaikum. Akwa suba. Asheyori lama ashe. Lórúkọ Jésù Kristi, inshallah. Àwọn ọ̀jẹ̀jẹ̀ sì ní bíbá. Freedom is what we are asking for. We need to be free, and we are working towards that. I pray it will not be bloodshed, but nobody knows what will happen because Nigeria is sitting on a keg of gunpowder. Mr. Perry said the reason why Nigerian government wants to kill CSI is because they knew he is the only one who is capable of liberating Yoruba people. Without Igboho, it would have been hard for Yoruba to kick off. Ìyẹn la ṣe ń béèrè lọ́wọ́, wọ́n ti ní ká wọ́n máa sọ pé ìbà Ààrẹ Ọ̀nà Kakanfò, Gani Adams. Now what is he doing? Talk gbóhùn sókè dáadáa. I want somebody like him to speak out. But it looks like he's keeping quiet. I know what Tinubu would agree, so I don't understand why he's afraid. Shouldn't be all come back and pull it together. There's nothing wrong if you go on exile. Igboho kọ́ ló máa kọ́kọ́ lọ sí exile. Will come back and the Yoruba land will be free from the dungeon of that doesn't want us to be free. You cannot survive Nigeria, and Nigeria will not survive because it is going into the final. Look, you don't need any prophecy to tell you Nigeria is going down. You can just look at it and see it. Bishop Adesina sent me a video about a military guy telling us what happened at the Boko Haram, the Chipo girls area. I want us to defend Yoruba territory against the Igbos that wants to commit crime. I will continue to say that because I know people think that because I support Biafra, that means I cannot ask questions. They are doing a lot of drugs in Ogun State that I'm aware of. But I am not fighting the Igbos. I am fighting the international community that wants to take charge of our territory. I'm talking about the Chinese. Inti China ń ṣe lórí ilẹ̀ wa ojú tí Igbo ń ṣe lọ. Inti Britain ń ṣe lórí ilẹ̀ wa ojú tí Igbo ń ṣe fún wa lọ. Inti àwọn Saudi Arabia ń ṣe fún wa lórí ẹ̀sìn ojú tí Igbo ń ṣe fún yín lọ. But we only see the Igbos as our great enemies, while we have multiple enemies that love Yoruba land and wants to take it away from us. And that is something that we must not allow to happen. But you cannot defend Nigeria, Yoruba land inside Nigeria. You need to pull out and have a true Yoruba government, not this the year one that they're doing now. I saw someone who said they open red line. Congratulations. They say they are doing this, they are doing that. Dancing senator, governor, and that, you know, every one of them. But we are talking about a true Yoruba government that represent us. So that when I wake up this morning, I have problem in London, I will ring my embassy, the Yoruba embassy, and I will tell them that I have so issue, and they can resolve it as quickly as possible. Don't indulgence of self-determination. The self-determination. Let's listen.
Other countries were refused at first, but we have to remember, and this is a really important point, that self-determination is an inalienable international right and a law as well. And other countries will recognise Scotland's democratic choice expressed at the ballot box. They will recognise that because that is the route that many other countries have taken in order to become independent. And just to make that point, that international law is very pragmatic on that point. So
ìjọba ara wa la máa ṣe. But ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ ọmọ Yorùbá wọ́n rò pé ìjọba tó ń ṣe nísìn àti tó ti ń ṣe bọ̀ tẹ́lẹ̀ ó máa gbà wálẹ̀. Mo kí bàbá mi ẹ̀gbọ́n mi Professor Moyo Okedeji. It was almost by, but I'm trying to save my Instagram. My Koiki Media Instagram has been off. The Olayomi Koiki just came back, so I'm trying to make sure that my utterances doesn't take it down again. Mokibubua, Don Kelvin, Cookman, good morning. Share button. I Sing TV, my brother. I will make sure that you also have a conversation with CSI. Because anytime she share takuntakun, ó yẹ kí ẹlòmíì tó tẹ̀ ṣe ń bá Ìgbòho sọ̀rọ̀, ó yẹ kẹ́yìn náà lè ní àǹfààní àti bá Ìgbòho sọ̀rọ̀. So we will work on that today. Mo kí wà látà olórí ẹbí, mo kí àwọn ìyàwó mi, mo kí àwọn ọmọ mi, mo lè kí mọ sí mi dáadáa. The Yoruba people are the most intelligent, but our intelligent are happy safe in Nigeria. Maybe before, it is too late now. So if you are still one of those Yoruba lawyer, doctors, engineer, that you are sitting in your own cocoon, whether in Nigeria, whether in Europe, whether in Asia, and your expectation is that we will do everything to make sure Nigeria works for us. If you try, Biafra will take it down. Tẹ́ bá ń gbìyànjú kò ní ṣiṣẹ́ láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Gbogbo ìgbìyànjú tí olúkálùkù bá ṣe pé kí Nàìjíríà fi survive kò ní ṣiṣẹ́ mọ́. The end of Nigeria la wà lẹ́nu ẹ̀. But Koiki ń gbà la máa wá gba country. It is in the process. Nigeria has existed for 64 years. It will not exist longer than what it has done before. That is something you got to remember. I am 40 plus, and I pray that we all live a long life like our father, Professor Banji Akintoye, that he will also live better, long life. So when some of you think that this journey will be like a long journey, Israel, no, you need to get our Israel along. And it's getting closer day by day. Yemi Fatoki Mokie, Yawa Nigeria, every time the man for 100 CV, thank you so much, my brother. All the silent listeners and those that are intimidating you, like I said, I will speak to CSI. Nobody should intimidate any Yoruba man or woman that wants Yoruba nation. ní kẹ́ lọ gbébọn, ní kẹ́ lọ gbé àdá. But ẹnu yín ẹni right láfi sọ pé ẹ fẹ́ Nàìjíríà mọ́. Nínú Nàìjíríà anywhere tó bá intimidate mo náà máa attack ibẹ̀ ni. Bẹ́ẹ̀ ni mo sọ. Anywhere tó bá kò bá já àwọn ọmọ ẹ̀sìn olú ọmọ màá ní kí olóyè fún wa ní ọ̀dà yẹn àdẹ́gbẹ́ àwọn èèyàn dìde attack ibẹ̀ yẹn. Tó bá jẹ́ pé ká kọ́kọ́ bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí gbà sí fúnra wa. Èmi ò bẹ̀rù o, tẹ̀mọ́dẹ̀ rò pé à ń bẹ̀rù. So tẹ bá ní ẹni skoin àwa náà láwọn tó ní skoin lọ́wọ́ atọ́jú wọn pamọ́ ni. Tá bá ṣe wọ́n lẹ̀ nísìn wá dà nǹkan rú. Àwọn ò fẹ́ dà nǹkan rú torí ọmọlúàbí ni wa. Ìyẹn la ṣe gbé lẹ́tà lọ bá Prime Minister. Kò tí pé 1 week Nigerian government yàgbẹ́ sára. Bishop Adesina bá ń gbóhùn sókè. Yorùbá ni mímú kí ẹ.
Ẹ káàárọ̀ ẹ kú iṣẹ́ o. Good morning everywhere.
Mo kí Princess Awoni, good morning Bishop.
Reason why we want Yoruba nation. Number 1, Nigeria is not a nation. Nigeria is a country. There is difference between a nation and a country. A country is a geographical appellation. Contra terra, country is a geographical appellation or geographical statement for people living in a geographical area. So Nigeria is not a nation. It's a country. Now in Nigeria country we have many nations. We Yoruba is one of the nations. And that's the reason Nigeria did not have a language. It is speaking the colonial slavery language. Whereas the nations inside Nigeria have their different languages in which they don't even understand themselves. So that on its own is a factor of confusion in that nation. People who did not understand themselves. Number 2, they have different culture. People who have different and diverse cultures. Number 3, people who have, because your culture will give you different opinion in an house of assembly. Because if you say why in this place, why in the other place may be an abuse. And you model all these people of different culture, language, orientation, ideology together, who didn't understand themselves, you are expecting nothing less than chaos. And so Nigeria is deliberately formed so that it will not grow. To suppress the nations in need so they won't advance. And they can continue to take advantage of that by scooping off their resources. It's not only mineral resources, also human resources. All our men, intelligent men, are not within our geographical regions. They are in diaspora, outside, developing the Western world. I was reading about a doctor yesterday, I think the day before yesterday, who brought out a fetus from a pregnant woman and performed the operation on the fetus and returned it back inside the womb. He's a Yoruba man. America said that is the first time that they see a successful operation like that. That the operation that be performed in the fetus. Kò tí ì dánmọ́. Ó yẹ ṣe fọ́ọ̀mù ni nínú ìyá. And he had problem. He performed the operation on it and returned it back. Wọ́n dẹ̀ bí ọmọ ẹ̀ ti di is 6 years old now or something. Tó ti dàgbà very young. Now, we don't even have resuscitator. Kíní tó máa ń gbé sí yàn láyà tó bá dákú yẹn tó máa resuscitate fún. We don't even have it in Nigeria. Tó bá lọ ṣẹ́jú pẹ́rẹ́ ní hospital Nigeria pé ó dákú òkú pé nìyẹn wọ́n finalize ẹ̀kọ́ ti kú nìyẹn wọn ò ní common resuscitator. Kamadi sọ wípé wọ́n fẹ́ carry out a successful operation. So we cannot continue in a contraption that is programmed to make life miserable and not progressive for the people. And that's the reason gbogbo ẹ̀yin tẹ́jọ́ ọmọ Yorùbá àtàwọn ọmọ Nàìjíríà míì náà o tó ń jà fún Nàìjíríà wẹ́ẹ́ rí pé one way or the other Nigeria is happening to you. Ìlú onílùú náà lẹ́ ń sá lọ. So how gullible will you be? Will you continue to support that such a contraction should exist? Bí ẹni jẹ páńpẹ́lẹ̀ ni òòdè wá jẹ́ fún ọmọ ọlọ́mọ nìkan, ọmọdé náà máa jábọ́ síbẹ̀. That guy in prison now, Senate President, kí lorúkọ ẹ̀? Ní UK mú tó lọ yọ Ekeremadu. When they were destroying the Ministry of Health in Nigeria, wọ́n ní ó lọ́wọ́ bẹ́ẹ̀. Wọ́n dẹ̀ gba owó. They make law to restrain some particular thing that the Ministry of Health supposed to have autonomy to do. But kò mọ̀ wípé repercussion yẹn òun lòun máa kọ́kọ́ jẹ́ bẹ̀. Nísìnyí lórí health issue òun ló gbé dẹ́wọ̀n ní UK yẹn. So kò tí nǹkan téèyàn bá ṣe láyé tí ò ní gbẹ èrè ẹ̀. So we want Yoruba nation because we know that Nigeria as a contraption is not a nation and cannot work as a country. It will only be going down and causing chaos and causing chaos. Go and look at people who have worked in the federal government of Nigeria that meant well. They cannot stay within Nigeria. They have to run out of Nigeria after they leave the service. It is only the corrupt who successfully come out from the office after their corruption and they were pardoned for their corruption that stays. And that's why someone like Obasanjo will still be talking. So we want Yoruba nation because we want our identity. So that ìran Yorùbá ò ní parun. Yoruba as an identity is a nation. England, you have English people. It's an identity. Scottish, Scotland, we have Scottish people. The Germans, they are there. So Yoruba is an identity. So we want Yoruba nation to preserve our identity also as a nation. Because inside Yoruba itself, you have different tribes, different ethnic. Ekpa people are there. You see the Ondo people, Omowa people. You have the Wori people. You have the Ijesha people. You have all the in Parapa and the East people. We have our different dialects. But we understand. So, not talk of part of the so Nigeria need to defend our identity, culture, our language, our export, and our currency, our economy. Nigeria dragged our people's efforts to this level. They are buying a liter of fuel for 1,000. That is not the value of sweat of Nigerians. Nigeria reduced their purchasing. Wọ́n wá ń ṣiṣẹ́ wọ́n làágùn wọ́n jẹ ìjẹ ìrírí ní orí nǹkan wọn ní orí àlùmọ́nì nǹkan wọn. That is supposed to come to them on the free course. Ní àwọn ìlú míì tó ń san owó ọmọ onílùú fún àwọn aráàlú wọn. Nigeria ò ní responsibility lórí aráàlú kọ̀ọ̀kan. Nigeria do not have any citizen. If you are not a public servant, you are not Nigerian citizen. So we, for our welfare, to take care of our children, to take care of our tired old men, old women, to take care of our military, our armed forces, to keep and train our police. It's not about carrying weapons up and down. Security is not about carrying weapons. Security is logistics of information, logistics of data. Track Nigeria. Nigeria can track somebody who abused the wife of Buhari. That same thing. But Nigeria cannot track Boko Haram that is sharing money on TikTok. That is Nigeria. That is a compromised country because it has diverse nations. So with that, such a country cannot continue. You can't progress in such a country. It is full of nepotism and corruption. So we need Yoruba nation to be able to establish a system that is working just like the Western world and other developed countries is working. Look at Singapore. In Singapore, my friend was telling me, you don't go to tax office to go and be paying your tax. As if you are going to deposit for somebody. In Nigeria, this is a routine, paying into one account. You only go to tax office if your debit card expired. They give you the debit card. Wherever you are going, automatically your tax is deducted from the card that is with you. Tó bá wà nínú mọ́tò ẹ̀, tó bá ti gba debit yẹn kọjá, gbogbo àwọn magnetic meteorite wọ́n ti ṣe sábẹ́ bíìtì wọn. Ó máa magnet, ó máa yọ owó yẹn nínú ATM ẹ̀ gbogbo ẹ̀ níye tó yẹ kó yọ. Wá kàn ní pé owó ẹ̀ ti wà deducted ni, ó ti tán, ó ti san tax ẹ̀ nìyẹn. Pram! You don't need to go to you don't need anybody to be pursuing you and harassing you, stopping your car. Then you did not pay. We are towing your car now. We are harassing and harassing any government. Uniform, it shows that they are all tax master. They don't have initiative of civilized society. We can't continue with such a country. Look at road safety, common road safety now. Is passing bill to the National Assembly that they want to be carrying gun. What do they want to be using gun to do? Road safety, that is their responsibility, to keep traffic off the road. They want to be using gun. I don't know. Before you know it now, they will point gun to you and say you did not press the brake or you press the brake too much. You are arguing with you don't pull out, you kill somebody. Later they say that and they will go without being punished. They don't want to live with crazy people, mad people in public offices. We don't want to live with those set of terrorists anymore. So that is the last terrorism in Nigeria. The system of government in Nigeria is terrorism. That is terrorism. They use the public officers use the machinery of government to terrorize the citizens, and they did it to even expatriates. I want China, Yoruba state, that took them to international arbitrary courts that makes Nigerian property in France, in UK, in Canada, in America, that they are seizing all of them. Because Nigeria is no more covered with the evil. Nigeria has been exposed to the world. That's why the countries of the world now are afraid, being skeptical about Nigeria. We don't want to be part of those set of systems. Because we want our decent nation, a decent sovereign society, this decent sovereign country of our own, so that our children can grow up in a normal and reasonable place, just like the developed world, not nonsense Nigeria. And when you tell some of those who call themselves educated Yoruba people that they are speaking nonsense. Because they go to school doesn't mean that they know book. We always make that mistake. Education in Nigeria is messed up. You can buy certificates. You just need to be going to school, and at the end of the session, you pay the school and they give you certificate. That's all. It doesn't mean you actually go to learn or acquire education. That's Nigeria for you. So because somebody says he's a professor, he's a clinical, he's speaking jargon English, you will know that he doesn't know book. He went to school, but book did not pass through him. School did not pass through them by what they are scooping out from their mouth. Yorùbá ní ibi tá a bá rò bá máa rí ọgbọ́n bẹ̀, tá a bá bá àgọ̀ níbẹ̀, ó máa ń jóni lọ́pọ̀lọpọ̀. So we shouldn't be surprised about that. When you see people that you think that they are honorable, but they talk without honor, they are not honorable. And we should not be disappointed about that. We should sharply address them the way they talk. That you are fish spray. Ọpọlọ ìta ló wà lórí ẹyin sà. That's all. So because you go to school, you are doing, doesn't mean you know book. Doesn't mean that you are educated. Àwọn bàbá ayé gbà yẹn àwọn kìíní ìwé mélòó ni wọ́n kà. Wọ́n kà ju level diploma lọ. Ìmí ìgan inú yàrá ẹ̀ ló ti lọ school. Tó máa send the letter lọ sí university labroad. Wọ́n máa send paper exam wá fún. But look at what they did down for us. Àwọn Awólọ́wọ̀ and co. Look at what they did. So wọ́n ní ọpọlọ, wọ́n ka ọpọlọ. Àwọn eléyìí tó ń pín certificate ńláńlá kiri, they are colonial students. They are slave masters. So the system of education has been programmed that way to continue hypnotize for the slave masters. But that's why if somebody is arrogating his this, is that, speaking English, education is not about speaking another man's language. Education is to know technical know-how. That's education. Technical know-how. Technical know-how. That is education. Can you handle what you say you study? What is exactly that you can do? You deliver. That's education. Not to speak another man's language. Tó wá jẹ́ Yorùbá ló mọ̀ ọ́ sọ, tó mọṣẹ́ bíríkìlà ṣe dáadáa, tó dẹ̀ táwọn èèyàn sọ̀rọ̀ nípa you are educated. Yorùbá ló mọ̀ ọ́ sọ ní o mọṣẹ́ wẹ́dà ṣe dáadáa. You can design anything with iron and paint it or import it, you are educated. China, èdè wọn náà sọ. Wọ́n sọ òyìnbó. Àwọn pípẹ́ yẹn dẹ̀ ṣe bàbá ńlá innovation. Mo ń wo àwọn documentary kan, àwọn nǹkan tó ń ṣe ní China. Tó ń produce lọ́dọ̀ wọn, China, Japan. Wọ́n ti kúrò ní lẹ́gùn kẹ̀kẹ́ táwọn èèyàn wa kẹ̀kẹ́ lẹ́sẹ̀ méjì kìíní yẹn. Nǹkan tó ń ṣe é sìn kìíní yẹn. Ojú pẹlẹbẹ báyìí lọ, kò máa gbẹ́sẹ̀ lé ní bí kò lọ sí gym. Bí kò lọ sí gym lọ ń jẹ exercise. Tó bá ti ń rìn lórí kìíní ẹ̀ báyìí, ó máa mú fúnra rẹ̀, ó máa gbé rìn lọ ni. So they have no issue with transportation, traffic, to buy a car is no more a luxury. You can move from point A to point B without necessarily using a car. Àkókò ń wò ní pé this is society. Ó gbọ́dọ̀ káyẹ̀ nínú Nàìjíríà tó bá tẹ̀ ti gbé sẹ́sẹ̀ tó rìn lọ, ọlọ́pàá ló máa mú ẹ. Ó lè ní ibo ní plate number kìíní tó gbé dẹ́sẹ̀. Wípé kì í ṣọ́tárì. Lè ti kọjá kẹ̀kẹ́. Nonsense country. Country that cannot produce anything. But accuses everything. Wọn ò lè ṣe oúnjẹ. Gbogbo ibi táwọn èèyàn ti máa dáko tẹ́lẹ̀ ní north gbogbo ẹ̀. Wọ́n ti block ẹ̀ Boko Haram war. Nigeria is in war already. Wọ́n ti block gbogbo ẹ̀. Wọ́n lè gbé oúnjẹ wọlé. Now, àwọn company, expatriate company, wọ́n tún wá lọ sí Togo Benin. Láti lu wọn different place, wọ́n fi bẹ̀ gbé oúnjẹ wheat. Àwọn kan tó máa fi produce oúnjẹ, wọ́n fi bẹ̀ gbé wọlé. Ẹ tó stop wọn, ẹ gbé tàrífù lé wọn. Ẹ̀ẹ́dẹ̀ ló jẹ́. Wọ́n tún fẹ́ gbóúnjẹ wọlé fún yín kó fi máa produce oúnjẹ kó gbé tàrífù lé. So ẹ fẹ́ kí gbogbo àwọn aráàlú àtàlẹ́ bọ̀dù kó kú síbi. That is why all those expatriates, they are resigning, they are closing down and they are going away. Gbogbo àwọn company tó ń ṣe noodles, tó ń ṣe spaghetti, tó ń ṣe gbogbo ẹ̀ wọ́n close down, wọ́n lọ. Àwọn díẹ̀ ló kù. Gbogbo kìíní ẹ̀ wá wọ́n. Kíní ẹ̀ náà tó ń ṣọ títí lọ. Wọ́n import Guinness Oluwole ní ìsìn láti Ghana. Tigo. Oh, Koiki, let me leave you. Thank you very much.
Wow.
So we want our own nation because Nigeria is not working and can never work. Thank you.
Well, that is our own Bishop additional Tiwabawasoro. Let me quickly appreciate more of you that have joined us. Eba mi go wole share button. I know you want to see me on the air. I woke up about 6 o'clock after our last night program. It's good when we are live because you can also use that to do your little things. You're dropping children to school. I'm to America. And you can do this in live. You're doing something you can also listen to a live discussion. It's different from when it is a recorded one. They miss the program. So when you also want to appreciate you. So yesterday we were with Mr. Larry Lamino. Is back again with us. I was also with many of you. Some will just come and say, Akilon Sanibibai. This Koiki, this Koiki. I'm able to answer Koiki. So Moki Olori, Oluwakemi, Oladipupo, Olabode, Moki Mome Karo, Imiamoino Neo, Olayomi Koiki, Moki Mr. Olumide Samuel. Look, we are not people that have different, fake accounts and all that. Look, the pictures that you're watching behind me are the same people that are watching me now. Those of you on Instagram, oh my Lord, but I will come back because they only give me 1 hour. Eje koko loki long. Mommy wa Musumola Adejoke. Mukente womi lati Nigeria. Nigeria is still a country, but we are doing everything possibly best not to make it into a crisis, not to make it into something that will become very difficult so that we can exit Nigeria. That's what we are doing. In case you are new to this platform. So Moki Babawa Adebola A. Aduni, I believe that's a woman. Don Calvin, thank you so much. I love your emoji of smile. If you're watching me for the first time, you probably just saw my face because Igbo came to London. We have been, one out of many Nigerians that have lived in UK, contributed our own quota, and we are grateful to live in this country. There's no amount of me fighting self-determination. I am still grateful to live here because Ibibai look for many stability. Ibibai look for many what I wanted to be. Not that I would not have been something in Nigeria. I could have worked with Msule Momodu. I could have been doing this, but yeah, it has given me the opportunity, and that is the same thing that I want for Yoruba people. You don't need somebody to get into the council. Look, if I want to apply for the job in this country, in the council, all I need to do is just apply. Apply. I don't need anybody, to beg somebody on my behalf. So my number to call into the studio, I know you can't say it now, but if you know the number, the line is open. You can call in as well. Don Calvin says, and I quote, please, Koiki, we must break the zoo. A lot of Nigerians always get angry. So you were born in the zoo. Yes, because I didn't know. Now that I know that it was a zoo, we need to move the people out of the zoo and move you into, look, I can look right in front of me from the window. You cannot see it. And I can see the structures of the road that is going from the front of this house. Nigeria will not work. Just reason say, read the UK government response circulating in social media, but we know they will do everything to underplay the important. I'm going to prove that out in a minute. UK is a biased country. We know that. But what we have done is we have put them on their toes. And they are playing that game. That, no, what we have bought does not mean anything. Does not mean anything. But when it will mean something, nobody will come and ask us, but Koiki, kí ló dé tẹ́ wá ń ṣe báyìí? Because wọ́n ní ìyàn máa kọ́kọ́ dọmi tútù síwájú, àbí báyìí wọ́n ṣe ń pọ̀wé ẹ̀yin àgbàlagbà. Mo kí Mr. Joke, mo kí Olórí Èkó, Mr. Ọlárẹ̀wájú, mo kẹ́yìn ti Paris. Many of you now want to join Yoruba Nation. All you need to do is just promote it. We are all Yoruba people, whether you are in the movement or not. Mr. Nifan Mustapha Moki, Olakunle Moki, brother me, Moki Captain, with Birmingham, Moki Doctor, Moki Bugway Consultants were, as you're all heading out to work this morning, it's coming up to 9 o'clock. It's a busy time that everybody is just preparing for Christmas for those that celebrate. Not everybody celebrating. We are one people, one culture, one language, according to Professor Banji Akintoye. We are not fighting the government. We are just saying to the government, engage us so that we can decide if we want to stay in Nigeria or not. And we have already made up our mind. You can't change that. Tinubu cannot stop it. Even Oni of Ife, Kabiyesi, I believe he was celebrating his 50th, and I love him so much. And I worked towards his, his coming to UK some about 10 years ago. I was one of the media that worked tirelessly. I didn't get paid for that because Obale Yorubani. So don't come and tell Yoruba Nation because Oni of Ife does not support it. We will get Yoruba Nation whether Oni of Ife support it or not. That's a fact. We will get Yoruba Nation whether any of the kings support, endorse it or not. But there's a lot of engagement with the kings. I am not the one in that section. Wọ́n láwọn tó ti àwọn elétò tọ́lọ́mbà wọn ọba. Mo kí àwọn ọba tó ti dìde tán like Ọba Bariga. Èní ni 18th Friday. This time last week, we were preparing for Igboho to come to UK. Many people said Igboho tẹ̀ ní wá sí London. Ìyẹn ti dìtàn nísìn. Ó ti wá sí London nísìn. Within a week, the world is still talking about that letter. Letter tẹ mú lọ yìí. Koiki kí ló wà nínú letter yìí? Kí lẹ kọ síbẹ̀ gangan? Èmi ò jókòó síbẹ̀ kí n sọ fún yín pé UK máa fún wa ní country. Why would UK wants to give you a country? Remember that they colonize us, they destroy our language, they destroy our culture. They forced a fraudulent language called English on us. So don't come and make it look like, we are here telling you that UK will give us a country. Why would UK want to give you a country? But we are Yoruba people, intelligent, that are putting things in the structure and manner that the world wants it to be. Tabate ní káwọn kan wá gbèjà wa. Wọ́n á ní kí lẹ́yìn gan ṣe. Bẹ́ẹ̀ni, well, I mean, you're right, Pella, you have the right to say that Oni of Ife is a politician king. But if Ọba ilẹ̀ Yorùbá ni wọ́n. But what I'm saying is that Oni of Ife cannot stop Yoruba from having their own independent country. Bó bá wù wọ́n kán bá Sultan sọ̀rọ̀. Bó bá wù wọ́n kán má bá Sultan sọ̀rọ̀. I expect Oni of Ife and all the kings to come together and make a declaration and we leave Nigeria. But they don't want to do that because they are still waiting for Tinubu to make his finishing touch. And right now, Tinubu is very sick, like I said, in Paris. That is my intelligence telling me that. Let's hope he survives it and he doesn't die in the process. So let's show you more images, but the line is open. If you want to call in, Koiki, mi náà ní nǹkan tí mo fẹ́ sọ now. Call in. Even if you are one Nigeria and you think that, you can't convince us. That's why we should save a country that you and your forefathers did not enjoy. Because Britain makes sure that they destroy the structure of every of the empire that they met. I mean, imagine Britain came in 1886, if I'm right with my, with my record. And within 42 years, they've acquired everything called Nigeria. Nigeria is just a business center. Koiki, but we have stop saying you have independence. You don't have any sovereignty. Your sovereignty is still controlled from outside. So when some of you say, Igboho cannot take letter to Downing Street, Igboho cannot do this. But the politician, they come to UK. They come to UK now. Tinubu was in UK at Chatham House. They were asking him questions. He was putting it back to El Rufai. El Rufai at Tinubu saying, what the fuck go Moramolori? El Rufai, the short man devil. Remember that one? The Boko Haram. El Rufai, the Boko Haram. But Sultan of Sokoto thinks that he can now dictate for the Yoruba people. When we have Oni of Ife on the seat, ó jẹ́ kí Oni of Ife mọ̀ pé Yoruba country tá à ń fẹ́ yìí, a fẹ́ fi rescue wọn àti àwọn ọba tó kù kúrò nínú dungeon lábẹ́ Sultan of Sokoto, because Sultan of Sokoto ni wọ́n recognize ju Oni of Ife lọ, even though pé Oni of Ife ló yẹ kó jẹ́ tó máa recognize against any one of them. Gbogbo ẹnu mo fi sọ ní bíbá. Ẹ lọ wo ìjókòó nígbà tí Charles Bikoto di ọba nígbà tó wá sí Nigeria. Go and look at the sitting formation and see where they put Oni of Ife and look at where they put Sultan of Sokoto. Ṣé Sultan of Sokoto wá ju bàbá wa lọ Oni of Ife ni? He might be a Yoruba politician that is supporting Tinubu, but Tinubu himself is only going to be alive maybe for the next 100 years. Mama funny. Back 100 years, go ahead and age, whether the age is fake or not. Sanwo-Olu they stop Yoruba nation. We are not saying that they should stop running the government that they are running now, but that structure will stop at some point. That point is when the crisis will start. If there's a crisis, you can't run the government. Do you know that? If there is a crisis on the ground, báwo lẹ ṣe fi run government ẹgbẹ́ water tank síta gbogbo ẹ̀ náà la máa fi bá yín jà padà tí gbọ́ mi yé tẹ́ bá kó gbogbo weapon jáde láti fi destabilize wa nígbà tí crisis bá ṣẹlẹ̀ but kò wá ń ṣe crisis tiwa ló fẹ́ ṣẹlẹ̀ mọ́ crisis ebi will force many Yoruba people and the non-Yoruba people to pull out. I pray that more crisis of petrol goes up. Èmi ò gbàdúrà kó wá sílẹ̀ kó rí gbogbo yín lè pè. We don't need to be having crude oil. We can develop our intellectuals. Everybody is brilliant in Yoruba language, not in English. The reason why we hate a lot of subjects today is because èdè Gẹ̀ẹ́sì la fi lọ kọ́ kíní yẹn. I would have been, I would have loved to be a science student if tó bá jẹ́ pé èdè Yorùbá ni mo fi kọ́ chemistry, physics àti biology. But nígbà tó ní ká wá máa ṣe English, tẹ́yìn àwọn máa ṣe formula, tẹ́yìn ọ̀bẹ gbogbo kíní yẹn. So à ń sọ̀rọ̀ nípa ká padà síbi tí orísun wa wà, ẹ̀ ń bínú sí wa. I am not struggling in UK. Maybe I could struggle at the beginning when I came in. But right now, I have settled down more than any one of you that will arrive today, even if you come with your cash. Because I have lived in the system for 25 years. Because it will take you time to settle down. But what we are saying is that there is a lot of opportunity. We are talking about, look, this country doesn't have enough land. Yet, we have maximum land that we can turn into paradise. Don't let Baba Adeboye tell you paradise is in one heaven. The heaven is in Yoruba land. The heaven, not that I don't like Baba Adeboye, but what I don't like about him is that he's not telling me exactly what God is telling me right now. Because I know God is passing a message to him, but he refused to speak out. I think what he apologized, that you don't need to pay tithes. So this is why we are saying to the people that don't be deceived that there's one paradise somewhere. Leave the paradise in Yoruba land before you think about any other paradise. Ile Yoruba Gongoni paradise. Do you know the amount of things that can be developed that can transform the lives of millions of Yoruba people? There are many workers. Imagine, have you never thought that the reason why Tesifewa Sheruni abroad, just like I did in 1998 when I left Nigeria, is because they need us to work hard in this country. Whether you are driving Uber, that's not tax. That means you are helping the economy of this country. Whether you're a musician, like the video that comes here and whiskey, they put them in O2. Everybody says, hey, the video just fill up O2. Who is making the money? Yes, the video is making his money out of it. But the UK government is making more money as well. Don't you understand that? I wonder why, Osun State governor will go to Lagos and be doing an event when those events should be held in Osun State. You can see that these people cannot think. Oh, hey, Pastor Jerry just came to London. Oh, the whole place was filled up. That is fine. We need Osun Osogbo Festival to fill up better than what we saw in that nonsense that they almost sold it to an Igbo, person, from Osun State. Biatori governor yẹn ó ní relationship tó ní ṣe pẹ̀lú ilẹ̀ Igbo. À ń sọ̀rọ̀ nípa nǹkan tó yẹ kó dùn wá. Ṣé Ìgbòho nìkan nìyà ń jẹ ni? Kí ló dé táwọn tó kù ò sọ̀rọ̀? Kí ló dé tẹ̀yin ò sọ̀rọ̀? Kí ló dé tẹ̀ dákẹ́? Oh, kí Ìgbòho nìkan lọ forí la kú. Ṣé kò níyàwó ni kò láwọn ọmọ? Ṣé mi náà níyàwó mo lọ́mọ? Oh, Koiki yẹn máa ṣe lọ, àwa wà lẹ́yìn. No, gbogbo wa lájọ máa ṣe. Ọ̀rọ̀ tó wà ńlẹ̀ yìí, gbogbo wa ló kàn. We are all being affected by this mad country tó ń pè Nigeria tí Britain formulate in 1914 fake amalgamation. And the end of Nigeria, òun ló ń lọ díẹ̀díẹ̀ yẹn. We will push Nigeria to the crisis that will allow us to exit. Crisis ló máa end up. And crisis means crisis. C-R-I-S-I-S. If you like, take it anywhere. Crisis is what led the IRA to get their country called Dublin. And many of you would like to go today. You know that Dublin gives a lot of papers to immigrants. But the citizens of Dublin are complaining that there's too many immigrants in their country. Because Dublin, Daduro, Gegebi, ibẹ̀ ni Mama mi Grace Olusho not to travel wa. I think about 3 people that flew from Dublin. But many of you today, you don't want Yoruba country. You want to rescue Nigeria. Okay, must be. It is not about Igboho. It is about every one of us to decide now before it is too late. and we can make that decision now. Gbogbo ẹ̀ mọ́ mi tẹ̀ ní Koiki o wá show picture tàwa picture tàwọn kan ló wá show ẹ má bínú sí gbogbo ẹ̀ náà la máa show. We are still working on all the pictures, but all the pictures, like I said, have been uploaded on our Facebook, and we are still going to be uploading it on the website. So, but I've also download my WhatsApp on this laptop so that link on Cointibali send picture and see. But it will take time. I'm talking about over thousands of pictures. I couldn't get visa for my team to travel down to London. I wanted to bring at least 2 of them here. Messed up country. But tó bá yẹ pé àwọn Davido nísìn wá fún wọn ní visa kan wá sí bíbá. So better ká pa gbogbo ẹ̀ ká pa sùúrùtù kí sùúrùtù pa bèrè. Àìmọye àwọn tó fẹ́ mú family wọn wá ẹlòmíì family ò fi gbé ní bíbá kọ́kọ́ wá yọjú sí kí màmá wọn wá kó bá wọn tọ́jú ọmọ kó padà. Britain á sọ fún wọn pé wọ́n ní right láti wà ní bíbá láti fún wọn ní visa. Bẹ́ẹ̀ni Grandma Princess Awoniyi, Nigeria is dying gradually. Ó tẹ̀ ti dead. Adẹ̀gbọ́dọ̀ sín bí àbá bàbá mi Ajala. So if you're one of those and saying, look at this one, now you go break Nigeria. How old was Azikiwe when they were all fighting for independence? Mumu. How old was Tafawa Balewa? How old was Baba Awolowo? Every single one of them were in their young age when they were fighting for independence. So if you are still hoping that you want one Fayemi to come and tell you that Yoruba people need to exit Nigeria, you will wait till Fayemi will not do anything. So it is important that you better support us now so that we can do it together. So this program will end in 12 minutes. I don't want to stress myself too much. I'm still building back my energy. And I don't want to, I've done 3 hours yesterday. It's like, I couldn't even finish the 3 hours. So I'm building back my energy slowly. It's been a long week. I've been out of my house over a week ago now. I haven't seen my children. So, but we have to do what we have to do. But that is about life. So, and if you're thinking that we are making money out of it, you will not better see shit and shit now so that people can donate to you. And I will share your program. We will support you. Come and tell us, oh, is it the money involved? Yes, the money. They don't know there's a big money involved. You too, put your life at stake so that you can do exactly what I'm doing. Mad people all over the place. Mokia IC TV. Usman Wahab Moki. So, like I said, it will just be 1 hour, 30 minutes. Let me read some of the comment coming through from our brother. Moni Ogumola Lagbara Eledumare. We will be together one day. When Awolori Buruku somebody. The government wants to kill the Igboho because it wants to put an end to all their shenanigans. Some of you will never taste life if you remain one Nigeria. You don't need anything. The sound is very good, you said, Ogumola. Thank you so much. Akin Game, good morning. And shout out to many of you. We have something called the Mixer app. You can only listen. It saves you enough data, but you can also follow us on that. Thank you so much to all our contributors. Thank you so much to everyone that believe that the Yoruba people needs to go. People say go where? Return back what belongs to us. You're not going to move your house, but we will return back our territory. We will run a Yoruba government. We will have a Yoruba bank, a Yoruba central bank, a Yoruba stock exchange. You know, boss colon law and say yellow the boss money. That's the boss. I can see it from here. They call it the B network, as in B double E network. And Wakuru Kwekakiri. I didn't even know that it's that expensive. Only to buy upfront keke nape is 3.5 million. If you're gonna do it, where many criminals, what they do is people might sanwo titi, and towards the end, so so I'm going to be ending this program, but let me remind us that the fight is still ongoing. What fight? The fight to rescue ourselves from the bondage and the shackles. Moki yawa mama ewe eshegoni. Moki the Ifelodun Apapo Omo Yoruba. Moki Yoruba World Media. Moki Babawa Awo Shasha. Most importantly, Moki Yoruba self-determination movement. Moki Gbogbo Omo Egbe Ilana. Ni Gbogbo Bitebawa. So these are still some images that I've not been on Instagram because I'm not at home, so I can't show, and I don't have a second laptop with me. I return that laptop home. Moki brother Migbedu, Ulugbedu, Moki Wan Grandma. All these grandmas, you think that they are coming out because for the fun of it. They are concerned for their children, the great-grandchildren. And that's the reason why they came out. èmi gan tí mo jẹ́ ọmọdé gan mo dira bí bàbá Ìjẹ̀bú mi níjọ́ yẹn tá máa wẹ̀ oríṣiríṣi. Do you understand what it means that we have to do a lot of walking? Ẹlòmíì ó mú ìtọ̀mọ́ra. Èyí tẹ́ wá wà nílé ẹ wá ń bọ́ àwa tá wà lábroad pé àmọ́ tá à ń ṣe. Ṣé ẹ rò pé yà ń jẹ wá ni? Ẹ wà careful gan. Mo kí bàbá mi ọ̀pọ̀ Ògbóni ẹ ṣé gan ni. Not sure whether it's returned back. Look at all these beautiful grammars. Gbogbo ilẹ̀ dàbí sweet 16. We are all playing our role. Mo kí àwa mommy wa it was great to, after 2 years, to come together again. And like I said, the next one will be a town hall meeting of every Yorubas to attend. And Oloye will be coming as well for that. Okay? So, Rally this time around again. But we will work on that. I'm just hinting you ahead. I'll be discussing that. Mukiya Beji. All these mothers are beautiful in their all regalia. There was a lot, the boss messed up that day. Our boss back by here, it was a rip-off. And I'm fighting them to make sure that they can do something with it. Mr. Oluwole Oshoni, no man can kill the spirit of actualization of Yoruba. Muki Mr. Jelili Ajumo. Muki Mugwe. Yes, Daniel Oide, I need to take some pain drugs and relax. I just need to rest and eat as much as I can. So, again, show our pictures in Katumalo. But when I need the pictures in it, like I said, it will take time before I can get it to you as individual. Whatever needed, sorry, Mukimomi watawala ti Wolverhampton. Mukibu going Barapata. Beautiful images, beautiful pictures of all our mothers and our fathers as well. We're fine now, pictures here. Camera and body go. Support to us so that we can also, equip my team back home. It might be that you can't see the images. Enter our Twitter space. We will be ending, like I said, very soon so that I can relax. And if all goes well, maybe I'll be joining the Star Radio as 11 o'clock so that then Atushe maybe 1 hour after the Star Radio. So we're going to see a body picture in for now. Like I said, the pictures will still be uploaded. Muki Bugboyin Grandma Pata Muki Adupelo Wani Goni Muki Bugboyin sisters men and brothers were and uncles and brothers and aunties. I think they were Nigeria now. I know a lot of you had the feelings of like more than we came up for us to put on the single screen came up in London. Muki our comfort Ologunja. Beautiful pictures. We will get there and we're moving gradually. So until barrier one in our pictures, I show our pictures here because what we are doing of the Yorubas in the UK that stood firm and said enough of the shenanigans of Nigeria and we're going to pull out together. And that's exactly what we have done. Muki awa omolara iyabo Ajala eshigoni muki napashe muleki oloye gbole nkansi. So let me come out. It's just about 5 minutes to end the program, and then we can then, bring this conversation this morning to an end. My name is Koiki. How bright it there because I didn't open the curtain earlier. We were about beginning, so I'll be joining the Star Radio UK at 11 o'clock. Shegun Honorable, with you. If I call in Manchester, Timori, I know you're working and I know you're busy, but you have my number, and I'm still in Manchester. Let us pick up the badawas on Lori phone. I know we are all busy. I see TV, Moki, must be, don't relent. Pavilion TV, don't relent. Yoruba World Media, no relent. It is no retreat, no surrender. Play propaganda. That is what Nigerian government is good at. What they should be telling Nigerians is what is wrong with Tinubu in France. Kilonchen in France. Tinubu will not return back to Nigeria this weekend. This weekend makes it 2 weeks that he has left Nigeria. If he returns to Nigeria, all goes planned. But I am still getting indications that he will not return back this Sunday. Shetima is out of the country. Nigeria is now on autopilot. Lagbaja, the chief of staff, is very ill. I don't know whether they poisoned him, but he's currently receiving treatment. I don't know what country. Ẹ pè mí ẹ̀gbọ́n mi, ẹ pè mí. Nọ́mbà yẹn ó wà lọ́wọ́ mi tí bá ṣe tán ẹ pè mí ká tẹ̀ sọ̀rọ̀. Mo kò dá kí n wá Manchester ká tún máa sọ̀rọ̀. You know, at least let's feel the energy. So ẹ bá wa lọ sí Kentos ní Manchester ní bíbá. Wọ́n ń ṣe logistics, wọ́n ń ṣe a lot of things. So mo kí gbogbo ẹ̀yin Murphy Eniola mo kí yín, Oluwole mo kí ẹlẹ́ẹ̀kan sí. My name is Koiki, and this is how we're going to end the program this morning. I'll be back in the next 2 hours precisely when I'll be joining the Star Radio UK. If I didn't mention your name, Koiki, you know, don't be upset. You know, we can't capture everybody on Instagram. Walata 76, Mutirie. Ojide Bisheni, Oloriabi, Muki Walata, Muki Bubu Alen Konsi. Ayo Luma Bossi. Ó ti ṣe o, bàbá ti ṣe o, ohun tó ń bà wá lẹ́rù, bàbá ti ṣe o. I'll leave it like that. Biafra Simon Ekpa, like I always say, Yoruba people don't like you. Not all of them. They are always fighting me to say, look, you're me cut out from the Biafra. And I keep saying, they want to go, let them go. That's the reason why I'm supporting them. They're not coming to run our country for us. They're going to be an independent country. We will be an independent country. And we need their energy to push Nigeria. The Simon Ekpa, I want to ẹrù rẹpẹtẹ tó fẹ́ fi jà. Àwọn tí ní owó tá fẹ́ fi rẹrù. But ẹnu tí mo ní is more than enough to bring down the structure. But what I know is that crisis would happen in Nigeria before we can break away from Nigeria. Britain cannot stop that crisis. America cannot stop it. Israel cannot stop it. China cannot stop it. Germany cannot stop it. When the crisis now starts, they will probably then force everybody to come on the round table and they will dissolve Nigeria. And the moment crisis starts, no government in Yoruba land will operate as they are doing right now. We will hold you. I must strangulate you. Come back home. When the crisis starts, we'll be back home. For now, let's continue the real discussion of why Yoruba people must be free. Nígbà tí Britain fi wá kó wa lẹ́rú, ogun ló gbé wá. Àwọn onígbógun wọlé Yoruba, but crisis must start before that final exit. And if you're one of those Nigerian Yoruba that say, shut up, you will probably go on exile. Come bastard. Yoruba people, good morning. Have a very blessed day. I'm enjoying Manchester. I'll go back on my bed and relax again. I'll come out again at 11 o'clock when I'll be out again. If you're new to the platform, like Kilele Soleno, now Yoruba country, me, I know they suffer for this country. I am doing very well. Very well. I am doing very well. And I'm grateful to Britain for giving me the opportunity and the privilege to live in this country for 25 years. 25 years. You think saying I'm more, no go better for you. Abdullahi, wàá mi, account yẹn mo ṣì ń resolve ẹ ni, ẹ fún wa lówó ẹ̀yin yan wa o. Later on at the end of the program, I'll show my account details. It's all voluntary. That money is not for Yoruba Nation. That one is my own personal money, and I can do whatever I want to do with it. So very good morning, and God bless Yoruba land. God bless Biafra land. God bless Arewa people. God no go bless Fulani people. They don't bastard. God bless Ambazonia. God bless the Scottish people and the souls of everyone that have died in Nigeria, regardless of where they come from. Their soul will wake up and make sure that Nigeria will break. Good morning, bye for now.